We're lucky enough to have the Xbox games, and you've got to say, PSG DaXe against F2Tekkz, a fixture that is being repeated because they played here a month ago.
Yeah, they matched up in London at the major FUT Champs Cup 2, and Tekkz beat him 4-0. I don't think DaXe had a shot in the first leg, so it's got to be a better performance from him on this occasion. Mike LaBelle were talking about there's only 3 people on the island. DaXe's wanting to make it 4. He's got his boarding pass printed out. He's ready to board. The question is there going to be some trouble with air traffic control? Is Tekkz going to be in the way?
Well, as we know coming into this game, of course, there's some fantastic stats going around the line. The best defensive player on this Xbox side at the moment is PSG DaXe. Like, averages concedes 1.80 goals a game. So doesn't concede many, but then you got Tekkz on the other hand, the highest goal scorer on the Xbox side, scoring over 6 goals per leg. That's per leg. That's not over
that's
2
not
games.
per game. That's per leg. So each 90 minutes, on average, he's scoring 6 goals. That is ludicrous.
It's incredible. And we've got to remember as well that he has already picked up 2 trophies this year. He had a fantastic time in Bucharest. I'm sure he'll be looking forward to going back there again next weekend. Was the winner in the LQE, was the winner in the FUT Champions Cup there.
Console final in London. You can see that on your screen. He's got the support. Jez Lynch in the audience, representing his boy F2Tekkz. Can he bring it home for F2?
Well, 2 legs of FIFA will decide that, Richard. All the Xbox quarterfinals are underway, and we'll give you the roundup on all those scores, whether the game in focus is this one. The Frenchman from PSG up against, we call him the new kid on the block, but he's certainly becoming a familiar face in the FIFA esports scene. F2Tekkz.
He's the man to beat right now. He's the man to beat on FIFA. A lot regard him as the best player of FIFA 19. The stats go along with that. You cannot argue against that, really, from peers, from other pros, from analysts, and from viewers at home. This man is the man to beat.
However, we saw PSG DaXe a little bit in December. We saw what he could do by making the semi-final on his console. He's on the attack now. He's kicking in from right to left in that PSG away strip. And as we know, Tekkz in the Liverpool strip, a big Liverpool fan. We saw Stevie G introduced a few times last year. Maybe he might be on the subs bench this year just to see things up later into the game.
Yeah, something quite interesting that I've picked up as well from watching. In that first game, Tekkz, he brought in those Team of the Year players. He brought in Mbappe, he brought in Neymar. He suffered a defeat. He lost 4-2 against Demon. What's he done differently right now? Why did he win 3 games in a row? He's took all them out. They're all on the bench right now. He's gone back to the exact same team that was in Bucharest. The only addition that he's brought in, Team of the Year Marcelo, Team of the Year Ronaldo. They're just upgrades on new players. Apart from that, it's the exact same team. Maldini at the back, Eusebio playing, R9 back in the squad. He's gone back to what he's familiar with.
This is exactly what we said yesterday. Yes, there's the distraction of these new Team of the Year for items that, don't get me wrong, they've got fantastic stats on them, but they're not for everyone. Not everyone's played enough games with them yet. Not everyone's been to an event and competed with them yet. If you've already won 2 championships, Richard, are you going to really take the risk of make that many changes? You're not, are you?
Yeah, it's the exact same that it was, same situation with Stranger yesterday. Yeah. He used pretty much the exact same team. There was not really
There
any
wasn't even
upgrades.
a Ramos or a Varane.
Yeah, it looks like Tekkz is using Team of the Year Varane at the side of Maldini at the back right now. He's got Van Dijk and that Prime Gerrard on the bench alongside the other Team of the Year. FUT items.
So to set this game up, you've got a player that scores a lot of goals up against someone that doesn't concede many. So let's see how this one's going to go. But 2 legs of FIFA to decide who will go into the last 4, the final 4 on Xbox. Here's a chance now for DaXe. Maldini there just doing superb to push off the man and say no thank you, not on this occasion. Threaded through all down the line. This is Tekkz now on the attack. And what a start to the year he's had, as we said. Up there is ranked 1 on Xbox. 3,260 global series points he is on.
Yeah, you got to think he's already secured enough points to get to the grand finals. Not even just the playoffs, but to the grand finals.
He's still got the points from this.
Yep. Guaranteed himself 150 global series ranking points just for getting to this stage in the tournament, but he's a winner. He's got that winning mentality, that championship mentality. He knows what he needs to do to get over the line. Something that a lot of players don't have. They don't have that extra incentive to go on and win. Some people quite almost complacent when they get to this stage. Oh, I've done better than I expected to do. I'm happy with the ranking points that I've already achieved.
Here's DaXe now. R9 Ronaldo.
Tekkz is so good at the back. His defending this year has improved tenfold from what it was last year. That was his Achilles heel last year. That defensive third of the game. This year he's really tightened it up, and that's the reason he's qualified for 9 out of 9 events. That's the reason that he is the best player on paper this year.
On the flip side of that, you've got obviously DaXe, who's part of that F2Tekkz setup. You know, if you don't know what that is, the best 4 players in France, part of the national setup there, where you know there's esports FIFA friendlies, which is incredible to see. He always thrives in his own country, does DaXe, but we're looking to see it on the world stage now as he does come forward with Messi. He's going to get the shot away. It was timed, but it was blocked as well. Yeah,
DaXe is one of the pros. A lot of other players, a lot of other pros say he's one of the best naturally gifted players around. DaXe. He's still very young. He's just been around the scene for such a long time.
He's being coached by probably one of the best coaches in the FIFA scene. There's a finesse. It's just wide off it, but if you don't know the coach of PSG DaXe, Alan Bryn, coached the likes of Bruce Granick to 2 FIWC titles. You know, this man knows how to coach players and win huge titles.
Yeah, he's got that mentality. Both these players won championships in the past. It's DaXe's tournament seems to be ESWC.
Oh, this is beautiful.
Always seems to perform at that event.
Yeah, loves that event, doesn't he? And especially the Orange E-Ligue 1.
Yep.
See the league back there, and you're playing for probably the biggest and one of the most established football clubs in esports in PSG. Lovely ball across. Anyone there to win it? Ruud Gullit was there, but you've got to say, I think Varane just did something.
Yeah, played it short from the corner with Pele, played it into R9. He knows he's got that 5-star skills. Does the El Tornado. He's got a better success rate from scoring from a header with the El Tornado cross than just straight from a corner. So limiting those percentage chances of going in. That's what you've got to do at this level. You have to give yourself the best opportunity of scoring.
Great pressure there from DaXe. Pull it to Vieira. Now Vieira is going to try and find R9. No way through, but it's been quite a cagey affair, you have to say.
Lovely flick on from Ronaldo, by the way.
Oh, lovely scoop turner as well. A ball roll 2 into a drag back. Pele now. This is R9. Is that sombrero flick?
Sombrero flick. Inside the box, looking to set up that volley.
Good to see. He's going to say the Christmas break is not taking any skills away from Tekkz's game. They're still in there, and I'm sure they'll be coming out.
It's a really captivating game, this.
It is a great game because you're looking at DaXe, who does not concede goals. I'll say it again and again and again. He does not ship goals at all. You're going to struggle when you're an attacking player. You're a flair player as well, that Tekkz is.
Also, you've got probably the memories of the last leg. The last game, I should say, that these two played against each other.
You heard, you know, the guys talking about it down on the desk about you kind of learn more when you lose.
Wins and lessons. It's the phrase that I've come up with. If you're not winning, you are learning. That's the mentality that you've got to have. And half-time in the first leg, see both the players warming up into this game.
You can see, of course, the boss, or one half of the team at F2 there, Jamie Lynch in the crowd. We'll be supporting his man today, hoping he can pull himself through and even pick up another championship. It'll be an incredible for him. And you know, he's saying already he's got over 3,000 global series ranking points. Enough. You have to say 1 for the playoffs. As, you know, that's so easy to see.
Yeah, one thing as well, I've just picked up there from half-time. Only 37% possession for Tekkz. I think that's the way that you've got to stifle him. Just don't let him have the ball. Don't let him create this sort of flare atmosphere that you're playing in. You want to limit the amount of chances that he gets as little as possible.
Let's just remember that Tekkz, as I say, averaging over 6 goals a leg.
If you're keeping the ball against him, you're taking away sort of the elements to his game. Something that DaXe did really well against him when he beat him in London for that console final. He took away, if you're not getting the ball, if you're not getting it in attacking areas, you're taking away the skills, you're taking away that flair attacking play that he does create.
What a game that was.
The first time finesse that he's so strong with.
One of them, though, isn't it, Richard? It's such a simple thing to say, but to do it is a completely different element. Because it's like me saying to you, I know you're fantastic at attacking. I know what I'll do. I just want to give you the ball.
Yeah, completely different from talking it and then actually implementing it in game there on the stage. That's why you've got that coach behind you. You'll have prepared for him. You know that you're playing against each other last night. You'll be watching tape back. You'll be analysing his game. You see there, 53 minutes.
Coach as well. A pause has been cued, though, from Tekkz to suggest some kind of change, probably going forward. Not happy with how it's going. There's still another leg to go, though, do not get me wrong, but it's still goalless between the two. A forced pass there from Neymar for DaXe. Didn't mean to do that one, and a chance to just take a breather. way down the line, and he's actually kicked that one out of play.
You can tell how unhappy he is with his team. Just getting the ball out of play, get my subs on, R9 coming off. I'd imagine see Mbappe, Messi, and maybe even Neymar coming on for him. He's looking at Ronaldinho, he's looking at Neymar, team of the year as well. I'd get Pele off, in my opinion. Get Pele off, get Mbappe on. You've seen him create so much in this game with that pace injection that he does possess. It is Mbappe coming on at central cam, Eusebio on the right. Pele still on at the left. You'd expect to see Pele coming off maybe.
I haven't really seen too much out of Pele this weekend.
For Messi or Neymar late on in this game. We're only 55 minutes on the clock, so only 10 minutes after half-time. At half-time, big injection of fitness that the players do get. So maybe give Pele 10, 15 more minutes, see what he can create, but clearly not happy with R9 coming off straight away.
And again, it's a point that we have to talk about. It's crazy to see that in some teams, even R9 is on the bench now from how strong some of these Team of the Year items are that have come into the game. Here we go. This is PSG DaXe. Messi! Oh, wow. That's a little harsh on there. He's been an upper body battle, it looked like. However, the referee says, no, that's a penalty there.
Yeah, you're going to see the replay back here.
No, he just turned away from that one, Richard, but you can see it again there. It's kind of an upper body battle there. I think he just lunged in.
Harsh. Very harsh. Good skill moves from DaXe, and he baited in the tackle.
You can see the jelly legs from Thibaut Courtois. Which way he's going to go? This is DaXe. Steps up! You're thinking he was going to make a move, but he hasn't. DaXe takes the lead.
Yeah, the reason you're not diving there, if you just stand maybe to the left or the right, you're covering the middle, and you're also covering the low. If he doesn't put power on this and he just taps it,
another day saves it, yeah.
He saves it because it's the low penalty across the floor. Because he's put a little bit of power on that, and he's probably finessed it as well, you've actually got to commit with your goalkeeper. You can't just stand to one side. So, good penalty from DaXe when you're thinking about it.
Well, there hasn't been much in this game, has it? It was going to be a slice of fortune if it came about, and lucky enough for DaXe, he's got a one-goal lead that, you know, the chance came to him. He got that penalty, so he had to step up, so he had to be brave and take it. Straight down the other end now, Tekkz. He's got to turn it on, he's got to bring it back now. Vieira outside the boot, still this attack is not over. Mbappe dispossessed as well.
Heavy touch from Mbappe there in the final third. And DaXe has defended very, very well in this game so far.
We know the stats.
For two-thirds, it's been a fantastic game plan implemented by the Frenchman.
Ronaldo to the edge of the box for Vieira, back to R9. This is PSG DaXe, and the first goal that he scored could have opened up a bit of confidence. That's a great ball there, Eusebio. He can stride now, he can open up those legs and drive forward. The Portuguese icon, used for FIFA 19 and in a number of pros teams. Rushed it there.
Yeah, just try and set up the finesse there, Tekkz. He was trying to play the less obvious pass.
Paused it again there, Richard.
I did say, give Pele maybe 10, 15 more minutes and then get him off, get Neymar, get Messi on. Those creative Team of the Year players in the final third that can really make a difference.
You can see now, he just wants to get that ball forward, and the key thing is do not rush it. When you get around this kind of area, you cannot rush the ball. There's Pele there. I think he'll be coming off into the sub again. At least he'll get his change. He might even win a front. I thought, yeah, Pele, as you call it, Richard. He's going to be coming off for Ronaldinho, and Mbappe will go out wide, and we're actually going to see the introduction of Neymar as well. An injection of pace, an injection of energy, 3 attacking players on since the half-time
interval.
Yeah, so 1 goal's only needed, though. Still so much time. It can happen. There's still another leg as well. Let's remember this. Yeah,
all the games taking place right now on the Xbox, the quarterfinals. We know our PlayStation 4 semi-finals. They'll be coming up very, very shortly. Got some great games there.
Those other games underway right now. Dylan Mike up against Tim Latka. PSG Rocky up against Mesut Ozil, M10 at Resende. We'll talk about after this attack, after it does come in from Tekkz. Vieira
is trying to set up that finesse. There it is with Ronaldinho.
Can he get it? Plays one more outside. Fake shot, scoop turn.
Penalty? No, not on this occasion.
It was close. I think he kind of tripped over his own leg there at the same time. Goal machine up against the Saudi Arabian. The Demon is the last game there that's taking place right now. We'll give you scores from all of those games after this first leg has finished. But this is the game in focus. And at the moment, it's the Frenchman that is in front. PSG DaXe, 1-0. Pele. This is DaXe on the attack. Oh, there was the run there from R9. I think he made it.
Yeah, I think it was just a little bit crowded if he tried forcing that pass through there to R9. Decided to play out wide instead, keep hold of possession, and good interception from Varane. I've found that Varane, it steps out so well. He steps out of the defence and intercepts the ball.
Look at the space. This is a huge chance now. again. Defensively, DaXe.
Just seems to be a little bit tentative, I'd say, at the minute, Tekkz. Usually you see him doing a skill move, getting a finesse shot away.
He's always 2 steps ahead of a man. There's the finesse. It was time, punched away by David De Gea. I don't know why he hasn't just picked that one up, but I know what you mean there, Rich. He's normally, 1 or 2 steps ahead of a player, but maybe a little bit hot and flustered at the moment because
we're seeing like a 6 out of 10 performance right now from Tekkz, because if he weren't playing as good as he is, DaXe would be 3-4 goals ahead, because DaXe is an unbelievable player. DaXe is playing very, very good right now. This is the game plan that he tried.
Yeah, there's a game plan definitely here, and he's going to it. You hear normally Ajax Danny with a game plan.
Yeah, that man loves a game plan.
with Coach Bass. I'm sure when you're with a coach Alan Bryn, he's going to break the game down into stages and tell you exactly what you need to do. Into the last 10 minutes. Silly things like that, a little offside.
If you're DaXe though, right now, if you know last night you're playing DaXe, if you're playing Tekkz, you're thinking, you know what, if I take him out, that's it. The biggest draw, the biggest game that I can potentially get on points, on ranking, gone. If I eliminate him, I can go on and win this tournament, because he's almost like this statue in the middle of the road right now, he's Tekkz.
Here we go. R9 with the shot off the post. Luckily, it didn't fall 21's feet at the back post there, but
everybody wants to avoid him.
He's so unpredictable. Again, this is DaXe with a finesse. That one's, again, Marcelo, right place, right time to make the block, but looking at those rankings you talked about, Rich, at the moment, DaXe is in 10th place in the Global Series rankings. We'll talk about that more in between the games of what that really means in
a late goal right now will be a dagger to the heart.
Structure. Vieira back to Ronaldo on the finesse. Oh, it's in!
As soon as it left his boots, I knew it was going in. Ronaldinho, the super sub, coming on, scoring a massive goal for Tekkz. A dagger to the heart for DaXe after a great possession-style game.
89 minutes of superb possession, superb defending, but at any level, in any e-sport, in any profession, you give someone one chance at their craft, they will punish you every single time. David De Gea couldn't even move. Just stopped and watched that glide into the back of the net, and that is what Tekkz needed. Yep. He needed a goal. He needed something to wake him up and say, right, I am still in this game. I'm top of the Xbox rankings for a reason.
He's been trying to set it up all game long, that finesse.
If it doesn't work once, Richard, try.
Does DaXe have an answer?
Try again, or DaXe. Is he going to have one more attack? The referee's going to play it on. The ball has to stay in play. Lovely freak from Pele, and there we go. That's going to be the end of leg one between these two. All square, 1-1. A fantastic game of competitive FIFA right there. Just two players who are so good and can counter each other in such a way.
Yeah, big performance there. I'd be very interested to see the stats after this game. Like, if we can get hold of possession from that first leg, just seeing how well DaXe did keep hold of the ball. It was 61% possession I just saw there that DaXe did have in that first leg. So this is how the game did finish up. 1 goal apiece, Brandon.
Did as well. It was kind of a game of half-hearted chances, not much on target. A lot of stuff was
the penalty.
Petered out, and that was the penalty that DaXe did get. Pullet went in for the tackle there. Messi stepped up and put it away in the left bottom corner to put DaXe 1-0 up.
Yeah, good penalty from DaXe. He had a few chances, a penalty shout there from Tekkz. This was late on. This would have sealed the game.
Another day, someone's at the back post, but you can see he pulled out his Messi there a little bit.
And we're going to see the Ronaldinho goal to give Tekkz.
Better late than never. 89 minutes, Richard, in the game. On the finesse. Didn't even need a touch to open up his body. Played it in front of him. And as we know how deadly finesses can be around the edge of the area this year. Ronaldinho, just perfection. A fantastic goal there to equalise that one at 1-1, all apiece. After the first leg here on the Xbox quarterfinals.
Yeah, great game. For the neutral, at least 1-1 after the first leg. A lot of chances, both players created. A very tactical game, I think it's we often say it's like a chess match, but that really was. Tekkz trying to work the perfect opportunity to get that finesse shot. We know he's so good at it. To get that sort of, just in and around the D, that's where he's so good. Whereas DaXe, on the other hand, keeping hold of the ball, limiting the amount of chances that his opponent can create. He only created one clear-cut chance and he scored it.
If we know the defensive stats that DaXe is good at, average goals conceded, 1.8 a game, he's under that for that game, and then you've got Tekkz, who's averaging at least 6 goals or more a leg of FIFA, and you can hear a bit of feedback there, as we know from how important a coach is. What do you reckon Alan will be saying to DaXe right now? He's done exactly probably what he's asked him to in that first game.
Yeah, he's probably followed the game plan perfectly, apart from the 89th minute onwards. I think it's safe to say it. He got the penalty. He hit the post late on as well, so you're thinking on another day you've got someone, as you said, at the back post to tap that in to double your lead to 2-0. Alan talking to DaXe there as we just get ready for this second leg, and just see Tekkz coming back onto the stage right now. So this second leg will be going underway, I should say, very, very shortly. Just looking across the stage as well, it looks like all the other first legs have finished. DaXe 61% possession, as I said earlier.
Exactly. Let's break this down then and have a look. And you can see how good these players are. Look at the pass and accuracy stats as well.
Yeah.
I think that's one of the biggest things about, you know, competitive FIFA. You've got to look after the ball. You know, you need to be looking at least over 90% pass and accuracy.
Tekkz has 4 shots on target, but I can't really remember the 4 shots on target that he did have. Thinking back to that first leg.
As I said, there wasn't really many clear-cut chances in that game.
You're not going to create a lot when you're only getting 39% possession. Yeah, 39% possession of the ball. So the chances that you do create have to be 9 out of 10, 90%, 95% chance of going in. And he only created one of those, and he scored it with Ronaldinho, that finesse shot spinning into the top left corner as we do get this second game underway.
And there we go. That's what we've been waiting for, the results. And wow, that's set up very nicely for us. I think it's just being finalised and updated there. But if that is correct, it'll be Dylan Mike 2-2 against Tim Latko. An all-German affair there. You've got the new kid on the block, as I'll say again. Dylan Mike, 16 years of age from SK Gaming, up against Schalke's Tim Latko.
Yeah, and as it stands at the minute, the top 2 results, that's the top half of the bracket. The bottom 2 results, the bottom half. So the winner of this, as it stands, will be playing against Goal Machine in the semi-finals.
Who will still be unbeaten in the competition. Went 3-0 in Swiss-style format up against the ex-Demon from Saudi Arabia there.
And Resende,
game attack there.
2-1 up, the Brazilian against Rocky.
Great to see Rocky back in competition. His first one of the year, went to 3-1 in Swiss-style and actually had to play against DaXe.
Penalty shootouts,
yeah,
2 penalty shootouts.
It was a nice game between the two, but into our second leg now. Hopefully you're all enjoying this from wherever you're watching from around the world. This is PSG DaXe defending this one. He's made a great tackle there around the box with Rio Ferdinand. If you don't know as well, F2Tekkz kicking from right to left in is Liverpool strip, and then left to right it is PSG DaXe. 61% possession, Richard, last game for DaXe. I'm sure it'll be exactly the same again now. He'll happily win this game by a 1-0.
Messi starting in the team. There is a Messi before the Team of the Year variant. Wasn't really used. He weren't the quickest. I think he had roughly, I think his 96 striker had 93 pace, I want to say. However, his stamina wasn't good enough. The Team of the Year, I think he got a 22 boost in stamina to max him out at 99 stamina. So now he's also rapid as well, so he can start the game, which he wasn't able to do really last time, unless you wanted to bring him off like 60th minute. He's got one of the best finesses on the game.
And he's got, you know, a number of 99s across the board now as well. It's great to see him back in the teams. We know how deadly he was last year towards the playoffs and the finals in last year's Global Series.
Makes him very, very viable.
It's just going to be interesting to see how the teams develop throughout the year. See the run there from R9. He tried to find, unfortunately he couldn't. Both Pele and Eusebio starting for Tekkz. 4-2-3-1 as always. The routine, you could say, formation for a number of players, it seems, in competitive FIFA at events. Still nothing to separate the two. 16 minutes into this one. Whoever gets this will go through, be one of the final 4 on their console. Will jump up as well on the Global Series points. Will jump up on the prize pot. Actually, will go into the prize pot. Pele, referee, surely, yes it is.
Yeah, De Gea coming out, absolutely clattering.
I didn't really know where he was going there, to be honest, Tekkz. He brought out a skill move. I didn't know if he was trying to open up a bit of space, but kind of just decided to say, you know what, 1v1, me v David De Gea.
He baited in the tackle.
I'm going to take him on. Played it just underneath him. Won a penalty. Now the tables are turned. This could be a chance for Tekkz to go in front, and that will mean that DaXe will have to come out and attack. Ronaldo to step up. Goes
save.
Right, or kind of in the middle. Saved on the rebound. Again on the rebound. A triple save from David De Gea.
So that's what I talked about right there. I don't know if DaXe actually moved in and dove with him right there. He sort of stood in the goal and moved to one side, but didn't dive. He didn't commit himself. And because Tekkz played it on the floor, he made it that he did.
Oh,
what
wow.
a goal!
If that penalty was a knock on the door, I should say, to say, right, I am here. I am in this game. How about that one then? A very similar strike to the other goal that we saw in the last game, barring in a pitch-perfect finish, timed to perfection as always. Once again, David Haya can just stand and watch that one go into the back of net. 2-1 on aggregate to TekkZ.
Yeah, talking about the penalty save, and TekkZ just pulls out a finesse there into the top bins, off the crossbar. Fantastic bit of play. He knew the position, he knew the angles. And just bent it into the top bins.
So if that penalty went in as well, he could be 3-1 up right now. That goal does mean that DaXe is going to have to come out and play, though. I'm sure TekkZ will be wanting to score a few more as well.
DaXe comes forward once again, R9.
There's Hullet into Mbappe. He's going to have a charm and a finesse. There we go. We're all square again.
This game living up to the hype right now.
The PSG man pulling something special out the bag for DaXe.
Yeah, really nice finish there. You saw the little bit of play. Pull it into Mbappe, back to Mbappe. And just bent into that left corner on his weak foot, Mbappe. But when you've got a 97 rated team of the year, it doesn't really matter if it's on your weak foot or not.
Some score updates you can see on the right-hand side as well. Tim Latka in front, 3-2. Resende 3-2 up. A goal back as well for the ex-Demon against Goal Machine.
Really tight on this Xbox side of things right now.
And in this game, we're all square at 2-2. Vieira now for TekkZ. Outside the boot was an attempted finish. There's the finesse again, and it didn't have much conviction on that one. It was timed, but not really enough power in that.
Yeah, not the best of shots there. As it was spinning.
If you have just joined after these round of the games, we'll go over to the PlayStation semi-finals there and show you both games. And back over to the Xbox, and every game will be on stream from this round onwards.
Good ball down the line there.
Eusebio managed to pull Marcelo out of position slightly, but you can see the numbers back. You can just watch around there how he's just dropping back, trying to keep that line. There's kind of like two players marking one. You have to appreciate the real fine details of both players, and you look at why DaXe is a great defensive player. Messi to R9. Can he play the overlap? This is Neymar.
Yeah, good.
Who's winning that?
Oh, wow.
Good swap. Get rid of it. There we go.
I was about to say good tracking from Courtois to read the danger and come out, but just a little bit slow there, like he got stuck in mud.
That was a warning sign there. If TekkZ conceded something like that from Courtois not coming out, he would have been fuming.
He's emotional as well, TekkZ. You can see the way he plays. He's very passionate. When he scores, usually gives a celebration. When he concedes, you can see that it gives something. A lot of players, such as Nicholas, you know it means something when they score or when they concede, but the facial expression doesn't change. TekkZ, pretty much the complete opposite.
And he's still so young as well as TekkZ. 17 years of age, this man is. And you know, look at the respect he's got, you know, on social media, in the FIFA scene. And to any like young player out there that's just turned 16 and can compete in competitive FIFA, just to say, you know what, you know, dare to dream as such, and you can.
I mean, look at Dylan Mike.
Go and achieve whatever you need. Dylan Mike, unbeaten. So went 3-0 in Swiss style, and he's had a fantastic year as well. Just goes to show, you know, the next generation of FIFA stars coming through the ranks. Added time of 2 minutes there. We're all done. Are we all going to play one more time? There we go. We are done. Let's have a look at the stats at half-time between these two. Still all square, but you can see the possession maybe not in the favour of DaXe as much in this game. And there's been a few chances to both teams as well. Yeah,
TekkZ 6 shots, 4 on target. I think he actually had 94% pass accuracy as well at half-time in the second leg. So TekkZ definitely, there you go, 94% pass accuracy, 6 shots, 4 on target. DaXe on the other side of things. See that possession for DaXe, it needs that to be higher if he wants to try and stifle him. It needs to be like 60, 65% if you're going to actually, if this game plan's going to work for you. If you're giving him 45% of the ball, he's going to create quite a few chances with that, because every time he gets it, he goes forward. Some players will get the ball and they'll play sideways, they'll play backwards. TekkZ, on the other hand, is always going forward. He's always attacking.
Always positive in the way he plays. And I think the other thing you've got to remember as well, Rich, is the way that this game went, how aka PSG DaXe conceded first, meant that he couldn't really keep possession as much, DaXe. He had to take risks, he had to come out and play. This is TekkZ now with Pele, just holding up the ball fantastically. Vieira, a little skill pass there, just to play that one on. To Hullet, patient play around the edge of the box. Pele still in it. Lovely heel to heel as well.
Yeah, elastico into a heel-to-heel there from TekkZ, but when he tried doing the spin inside, just crowded out. Too many bodies in there from DaXe.
Who can step up and send them through to the semi-finals? At this moment in time, we'll be playing against Goal Machine.
It's a risky switch of play.
It is a risk as well. Look at the numbers forward now. Two players making the run. Had to be a tackle from Rafael Varane.
That were a massive tackle. If that ball goes past him, he's in
Messi. He's in space. He's not for it again. No, not this time. Upper body strength winning that battle.
Someone gave him the first leg. Very similar. Hold it on.
Look at the run. Pele's in acres of space. Can he hold it up? Can he find a man? Now look for Cristiano Ronaldo. Played back to R9. Got a little deflection there to pull it back.
Nice strike.
Vieira, really well done. This is good from TekkZ. Can he get a shot away? Oh, he's done so well with the skills there to win a free kick too. Yeah,
fantastic use of skills there in and around the box. It's going to be played short, I imagine.
Rarely see a direct shot, but
he's brought that many men off the line. He's going to hit this. He's going to hit this into the top left corner.
Something special, something unpredictable. You never normally see a direct shot. He's hit it with Hullet, but I didn't really see much power in that one. It's fallen back to R9, and it's going to go out for a goal kick.
When your players bringing that many players out of the wall, it almost
just says have a shot.
Because your goalkeeper can't, when it's hit with that much power, your goalkeeper can't get across the... Woof! Your goalkeeper can't get across the goal that quickly. So it is a risk. That's why DaXe pulled Hullet back onto that post. He had someone covering the left post as well. Just to sort of cover his bases, I'd say. I know on FUT Champions, if I'm playing against someone and they bring 3 men out of the wall, I'm shooting into that left corner.
Kind of like an invitation, isn't it? Have a shot. You've got the stats, you know, you look at Messi's team of the year now, his free kicks are even better than Ronaldo's.
That's a
finesse. Woo. And that's why some players still look towards Thibaut Courtois. He's just a little bit taller, isn't he? And can sometimes reach those shots that are bent into the top corner. DaXe now, his turn to try and create something there. Last third of the game we're into.
He's looking to set up R9.
Look at the numbers as well for TekkZ. If he gets the ball, he's got at least 4 players running forward.
It's a chance.
Neymar.
Didn't move his goalkeeper really, TekkZ there, just kept him quite central. Didn't take the gamble to move to one side. It paid off for him.
Pele, look at the run. R9's made it. Surprised I haven't really seen any changes from both of these two yet. You can see DaXe has made the pause. Oh God, David De Gea. It's twice now, but he's played it through the legs of Cristiano Ronaldo.
Zero facial expression from DaXe right there. He knew he was under control. He knew what he was doing. No panic on his face. Probably in his head, there's alarm bells ticking.
Yeah. Look how far out Marcelo is there. I'm sure he's going to drop back in. And
it's a really good game, this.
It's been a great game. It's kind of different. Like last game, it was a really quiet first period into it. Now this one, it was an engaging beginning 30 minutes. Now it's kind of quieted down, and we've gone back to the stalemate that it was really. Pele. Can he play R9 every time? It's just being fizzled out.
Goal Machine extends his lead against the Demon.
Said that he's been playing so much better in this event as well than he was back at Christmas when he went out of the groups. 2-5. Mbappe to Neymar, back to goal for Messi.
Had to make that tackle right there.
2 PSG players linking up for him as well.
I think it was Patrick Vieira. A crucial tackle, because if it had got away from him, looked like Neymar would have been scoring. Good switch of play over to Kyle Walker, back in the team for Sergio Ramos in at right back. He just prefers Walker. Does TekkZ.
Of course, if you didn't know how this works, whoever wins this game will jump up to the next level and be guaranteed at least 315 global series ranking points. No matter if they win, or no matter if they lose, sorry, in the next round. They'll be guaranteed some prize money as well. Go out in this one. 150 global series ranking points. Still better than going out, of course, in Swiss style, but I don't think anyone wants their competition to come to an end right now.
Mbappe just offside there, and a couple of changes coming out.
Setting up for something special, Richard. Into the last 10 minutes, we're going to have extra time if need be.
Is it going to be Mbappe, Ronaldinho, and Neymar again for Tekkz? That seems to be his preferred three. As his three cams, there's a lot of pace coming on. A lot of pace coming on right there. Mbappe and Neymar out wide, both pace merchants. And Ronaldinho in that cam who scored that late finesse shot for him.
Just players that you kind of say are trusted, aren't they? You know, that you've played so many games for them, and you can see the scores there. That Rocky versus Resende game looks so tight still. Then obviously Latka went in front, and then Dylan pulled one back. Now Latka's in front again. And the goal machine, as we said, looks very comfortable.
8 minutes to find a winner for either of these two players. Unless we will be going to extra time and potentially penalties looming on the horizon.
Well, it really has been a great game to break down. And I'm sure if we go into extra time for an extra 30 minutes in game time, it's going to be even better. Can he play that ball? Ronaldinho's making the run, doesn't want to. Neymar's just going to probably drive with it, maybe switch the play all the way over. No, he's not. Just toying with the midfielders there, Hullet and Vieira. And you can see he's going to ensure that it's going to be his chance that will be the last one of the game for Tekkz. Number of players will do this. They'll wait. Set up that last attack perfectly, but Messi's won it back.
Look for a switch of play.
I'll tell you now, this goes in.
I'll tell you what, if that had gone in.
That would have been insane if that went in. Possession still with DaXe. Added time to come. It's going to be one more attack. It's either one of these two.
I think he wants to try and play out from the back.
Who's he playing to? Ronaldo's going to win that aerial battle every single time. He's going to play to Pele now. He's got one more attack. If this goes in, we're going to get a reaction, certainly. And probably the whole of Paris is going to come alive as well.
2 minutes added time. Tekkz wins it back.
To Tekkz. Tekkz loves a late goal.
30 seconds.
And we'll see some passion from him as well. He's going to set this up perfectly.
Oh, that's it.
Extra time. If this game could not be separated after 180, sorry.
Look at the stats right there. This has been a clinic from both of these two players in
Same again,
FIFA
Richard.
at the highest level. 93 and 91% pass accuracy, respectively. Both players giving it their all right now.
First result of the day, and as well, Latka goes through to either play Rocky or Resende in that one. I guess Rocky or Resende could be heading to extra time soon as well if it does stay at 3-3, but that's one of the Xbox ones in there. You can see extra time on the bottom game, F2Tekkz against DaXe. And you've got to say that the main point of this is, Richard, is that the last time that DaXe played against Tekkz in December in a semi-final, so not this level, that they could say the game after, he lost 4-0 to DaXe, and that would have hurt him.
And it was comfortable as well for Tekkz. It weren't it was a 4-0 that could have been a 6-0, in all honesty.
And you have to remember that Dylan was 3-0 yesterday, 16 years of age. You know, it used to be Tekkz, we used to say 16 years of age. Dylan comes in out of the German region. He was, or the FIFA scene, I should say, that has been so good at all the events. You look at the numbers of the nation breakdown, it's always the Germans coming in. He goes and loses to Tim Latka, who's got acres of experience, and it goes to show you can have a great day one. But day two, can you come and perform at that same level again?
How many times we see it? Mo Alba, I seem to remember, went flawless on day one.
Swiss style.
Comes in day two, knocked out first round. So many people come in, going 3-0, 4-0 in Swiss, and then they'll get eliminated first round day two.
You probably can't hear it from here, but a big vamos from Resende. 4-3 up in that game against Rocky. And now we're in extra time. I'm in the first half of it. Looking at the goals that have been scored, we're not going to probably see too many. I reckon this game's going to be won by one goal. Or if not, we'll have to go to penalties again. And DaXe, it's been the running joke of the weekend for him. Penalty shootouts for him. Here we go. This is DaXe played inside. Superb tackle from Maldini to the back post. Pele, what a save!
Goalkeeper movement. He took the gamble. It went to the front post.
And this game still sets up perfectly. Ball to the edge of the box now. Played inside. This is Vieira out to Marcelo. Can he whip it in or does not he want to? Clearly didn't, and now he's
Neymar's
going to be
in.
on the counter-attack. Straight down the other end now. This is TekkZ.
1v1 at the back post.
Can he whip it in? Played across, all the way on the floor. Save! A massive save from De Gea down the other end.
End-to-end FIFA. You've got an expert goalkeeper mover at one end. El Tornado from Ronaldinho.
Looking for the cross instead, kind of just faked it, played to the edge of the box instead. And Mbappe to Hullet, a drag back. Still in possession, and now another drag back. Played to the edge of the box, Neymar. Added time in the first half, extra time outside the boom. Oh, wow! Not once, not twice, but 3 times that has happened. David De Gea simply can just not do a thing. Timed so well.
Outside of the right boot. Into the top corner. What a finish from Neymar.
And that is what those Team of the Year items will do, Richard.
But to time that in green from TekkZ's perspective, it's quite a short pass. And to get that green from that sort of angle as well, that doesn't go in that often. And for that to go in on that occasion, just looking at the play itself, going back maybe 6-7 in-game minutes, to take the gamble, to go near post, it's almost like you've got red or black. If you get that wrong and your opponent goes across you, that's it, you're out. You've lost your money. You're going home. Wow.
The same time of that, though, is that no one will expect that shot.
No.
It wasn't a finesse. It was just simple. Outside the boot. Took a gamble.
The goal.
Was timed so well. And now
DaXe will be annoyed because he should have scored.
Now DaXe has got to come out and attack with 15 remaining minutes in this second half of extra time.
You can see here both the players' facial expressions as they do see a little highlight of the goal.
And that is confirmed, I believe. Resende has just got himself through. 4 goals to 3 against Rocky there. He'll be playing against Tim Latka in the semi-finals. Both of those games 4-3 in the end. So Dolomite leaves the competition, and so does Rocky. And I'm sure Rocky will be turning his attentions to his teammate now, who needs all the support he can get with these last 15 in-game minutes here.
This game, it's offered everything. Penalty shouts, drama, great goalkeeper movement, good timed shots. Everything that FIFA 19 has to offer you've seen in this 2 legs of FIFA right now. And we're just looking over the little balcony that we have here in the Gfinity Arena, looking at some of the players. It looks like the goal machine still in his game, leading 6 goals to 4. Not sure how long on that game is left. You
can see the stats here, Richard, in front of you. The pass accuracy has been superb from TekkZ. So you've got to say the performance in general has been just slightly better, because he's been the one that scored the goals first, and he's had to make DaXe chase the game, and it kind of affected the play style. It's a bit like when we used to watch Dito play. You know, if you play against Dito and you score first, you kind of can control the game a bit more.
Well, this plays into TekkZ's hands perfectly, because now DaXe is probably going to come out slightly more. It just offers that little bit of room in behind. You've just brought on your substitutes. You've got pace in the final third. If you get a chance in behind, you're probably going to take it. And that's where that space is going to be for DaXe. For TekkZ, I should say, in DaXe's defence.
It's DaXe defending this one now. TekkZ coming forward, of course, in that Liverpool strip, as we know, and expect maybe Stevie G to come on with 5 minutes in game left, if he's got any subs left, just to see things up. He's probably going to use his substitutes. DaXe. Oh no!
The goalkeeper movement is very, very good at the minute from TekkZ. He gets the right way once again.
Modric on as well. For DaXe, that 99 Team of the Year item that's been in everyone's
that was a nice effort.
That was timed well. I don't know if he had more time with that Messi shot.
I think he did. It's almost when you get more time, you try and you overcomplicate it slightly. You see the goalkeeper moving left to right, shuffling left and right, and just plays with your mind a little bit.
DaXe, time's running out for you. I'm sure he will not want to lose to TekkZ again. If anything, he's put up such a better performance, really, I have to say. A great game, a great advocate again for FIFA esports of how contested a game can be. Pele.
That's nice.
I should say Messi inside. Vieira will clear that one, and now it's fallen to the path of Mbappe, and there's going to be gaps now. That's what a clever player will do. It's so easy to go forward, but he's lost possession. Or not, now he's picked it back up. Time's running out, and it's his game to lose, really, now. It's his game to throw away.
Yeah, if he does relinquish the ball, DaXe will get one more opportunity.
He should be all right. He might be home and dry.
The big question, if he relinquishes the ball.
Well, we're going to go into added time. He looks confident. It looks like he's not going to be letting go of this ball as well. Wins the throw in to added time of 2 minutes. Unless he gets the ball back in literally the next few seconds. I'm going to say it will be game over, but what a game between these two. The first game was all about possession, was all about defensive style from DaXe, and a game, a few chances. Then this one's kind of opened up a bit more. Not loads of goals, not, it hasn't been more than 6 per leg that we're used to seeing from Tekkz, but it's been a fantastic game of FIFA. He's home and dry. He's going to be through to the semi-finals. Just waiting for the referee's whistle now. What a game this has been. Unfortunate for PSG DaXe. He'll go out the competition. And there we go. Superb from F2Tekkz. 3-2 in the end. And to be honest, that game could have went anyway.
Yeah, it shows that Tekkz just doesn't have an attacking style of play. He can grind out a game. He knows what to do. He's got that championship mentality. And he sets up a tantalising semi-final against Goal Machine.